All right, what's up? We're going to check out some cemeteries around Atlanta now, down and around Atlanta. This is not a cemetery, it's a Centennial Olympic Park here right in Atlanta. And this is the memorial for Richard Jewell, the 96 Olympics here, the bombing, the movie that came out a few years ago that Clint Eastwood put out. That was a real good movie. Kind of made him maybe look a little dumb in that movie, uh, maybe a little dumber than he was in real life. But it was a great movie. This right here was featured in the movie. Well, it was shown in the background in the movie anyway, and it was here on this spot, right, the same spot when the Olympics were here back in '96. And I'm going to get a little closer look at it. But there's some spots on it where shrapnel from the bomb that went off actually hit and did some damage to the this statue here. So you can see some spot. I'll get a little closer look in just a second too. Um, but it was right here, and old Richard Jewell, she's passed away now. I'm not sure where he's buried. Can't track down his grave, but he was a freaking hero. And then they ran him through the mud. There you see some little dents and dings where shrapnel, nails, and stuff, I guess, hit from the bomb when the bomb went off. But man, he saved all kinds of lives. I'm sure had to. The big concert was going off here. It's about 1 a.m. and he saw the bag there, and ended up being a bomb, and got a lot of people away. One lady died from it, and then the photographer died. He was running towards it to take pictures. He had a heart attack. But so that's downtown Atlanta, and then not too far away, there's a couple cemeteries. Cemeteries are they're really cool, especially these old cemeteries. I really don't give a crap if you don't like cemeteries. Some people probably don't get it, but man, especially these old ones deep south, or even up in the northeast too, those really old cemeteries just have such a weird, crazy, different vibe to them than modern cemeteries. There's some cool graves here too, famous graves. We're going to walk over here and check out the Gambler, Kenny Rogers. My dad, he was a Kenny Rogers fan. I like Kenny too. uh, Islands in the Stream there with Dolly and the Gambler. uh, but got a big old grave over here, right down here in Atlanta. This is Oakland Cemetery where he's buried at. But this is it right here, this big one that we're walking over here towards. Of course, everybody knows old Kenny, famous for his songs there. But one thing I always remember Kenny Rogers from was Kenny Rogers Roasters. I don't think that's around at all anymore. I think all those are gone, at least in the U.S. Chicken joint, Kenny Rogers Roasters, and they were featured in an episode of Seinfeld when the restaurant opened up across the street from the apartment there, and Jerry ended up in Kramer's apartment. They swapped, and Kramer got addicted to the chicken at Kenny Rogers Roasters. So that's what I always remember. I never got to eat at Kenny Rogers Roasters, but that episode of Seinfeld always made me want to eat there. And then another big thing that I didn't know for a long, long time, there's a song in The Big Lebowski when he's dreaming, the gutter ball dream sort of deal. It's a psychedelic song from the 60s, not country at all. I just stopped in to see what condition my condition was in. That's Kenny freaking Rogers did that. That's a real cool song, but that was him. But that was his grave, and then just some other random stuff here. So we're going to go from Oakland Cemetery, Westview Cemetery, show some different stuff here in both. Both of these are huge cemeteries, a lot of old graves, old tombs, mausoleums like this. You can't get into these, but they look real cool. Um, a lot of these old graves, I mean, they're basically statues and sculptures, not like the cookie cutter kind of stuff that modern graves are. These just look a lot cooler. This Southern Gothic vibe and stuff going on. I really think that's cool. Another famous person buried here in Atlanta is Margaret Mitchell. She wrote The Gone with the Wind. I've got to admit, I've never read the book, never seen the movie, never had any interest in either one. And I mean, obviously it's good stuff, and maybe I would like it. I sort of doubt it. And not to take anything away from it, but just never was my thing. Never interested me. I've read a lot of stuff. Um, I dig reading books, but just never was interested in this one. But I ain't gonna take anything away from it. That obviously was was good stuff. But she's buried here. She lived here and is buried here. This is her grave, Margaret Mitchell Marsh. Then the last thing that I thought was really cool that I want to check out was the Abbey over at Westview Cemetery. So we'll get back over there at Westview. This is it right here. So I wanted to get inside. You couldn't get in right now. You see they got equipment around. There's lots of cables and stuff. On the backside there was some military vehicles. So something's filming here. They use this a lot. This whole cemetery, specifically around here. I think some of the Avengers stuff has been filmed here. A lot of stuff films in Atlanta anyway these days. Some Avengers stuff was filmed here. Some Stranger Things stuff. I think Constantine, the show, which I've not seen any of it, but some of that was filmed here. Sleepy Hollow. So lots of stuff goes on here, and something's going on here now too. So we couldn't get inside, but awesome to check out the outside. And there was a security dude here. We were walking around checking things out, and he actually walked up to us and asked us if we were here with the production. I think I had a Warner Brothers studio shirt on that day, so maybe that was a weird coincidence. But we told him no, and he we asked him what was filming here. He probably doesn't know legit, to be honest, but he told us that they were told it was a movie called Rochelle, Rochelle, which, going back to the Seinfeld reference earlier here, that's 100% a Seinfeld reference there. Not that they're filming a Seinfeld movie, but Rochelle, Rochelle was a movie, wasn't a real movie, but it was a movie from Seinfeld that they went to there in the show. So fake thing, not a real title, but something's going on there with some sort of military vibe to the movie. But that's it. Just checking out some of these cool old cemeteries here in Atlanta, and we're gonna get the heck out of here, and we'll figure out something else to do. Like, subscribe, whatever if you want. But who cares?